Hey everyone, Larry the Butcher here. It's been a while since I've done a video and, well, you know, life gets in the way. So it's Father's Day weekend and I should have recorded this 2 weeks ago so it could be up for Father's Day weekend, but again, refer back to life gets in the way. It's actually Saturday. It's not Father's Day. But I want ribs for dinner tonight. I don't want back ribs and I don't want side ribs. I don't want beef ribs, although beef ribs are awesome. We'll do an episode. I want country style ribs. What's a country style rib? I'm gonna show you. What I have here is, other than a big ass piece of meat, is a pork bone-in rib roast. And I did this at work myself. So if you are not me or someone like me, you need to get to know someone like me. And just talk to them and get to know them. They will help you out, especially if you develop that rapport. You don't need to be best buddies. You just need to say, here's what I want. I know you know what I need. So this is a pork bone-in rib roast. And I did a couple things before I packaged it. I took off the feather bone, which is located here. And I cut the rib bone in half. Now you're going to see what we're going to do. So, job number one is to always take it out of the packaging. Cooks better that way. A couple other things I did while I was at work. The shoulder blade muscle, bone. The shoulder blade bone goes right here. I took that out. Ask your butcher to do that. They will do it. They may charge it all bone as is with the feather bone and this here. And that's okay. It might actually save you a little bit of money. And if you take it home, it makes great spaghetti sauce. So I have the back rib split. The back rib is split right here. And here's where it becomes our country style rib. I'm going to take Foster. You guys have met Foster before. And I'm going to butterfly this. Watch what happens. Look at that. So it's not really a rib, but the ribs are here. And what you have is a primarily boneless piece of meat that is just going to be awesome. So awesome. You may never have a side rib or a back rib again. I kid you not. In theory, I could cook it just like this, and it will turn out delicious. That's not what I'm going to do. Let's make a rub. I'm just going to make enough of a rub for this. Basis of any rub is a 50-50 mix of salt. In this case, it's sea salt. And sugar. In this case, it's brown sugar. Now I'm going to put a little more in because this is all clumped up. Mixing it will unclump it, I hope. So that's the basis of any rub. Salt and sugar. Especially with pork. With lamb and beef, you reduce the salt and sugar a lot or you eliminate it. Chicken, you could probably leave the sugar in it. And it'd be really good. You'd really enjoy it. I really should try that. So now we're gonna add lovely flavors. Lovely flavors. Can you see how brown sugar's a pain in the butt, and it always clumps up. White sugar doesn't clump up, or at least I haven't seen it clump up. If you have, leave a comment down below. So, here's what we're gonna do. Onion powder. These are gonna be equal parts. 1 part onion powder, 1 part garlic powder. Now this is just stuff you have in the house. I don't expect you to go out and buy, $50 or $70 of food stuff that you're only gonna use once. This is about using what's in your house to make great meals. Black pepper. Mild curry powder. Now I'm using mild curry powder for one reason alone. I'm out of cumin. Again, use what's in your house. And chili powder. And you know what I'm going to do? A little bit of mustard. little bit of ground mustard. And now, we'll just mix it all up. I wish there was a way of keeping granulated brown sugar granular without having to add anything to it. Because sometimes, you know, when you're going to make something and it's just like last minute and you want to eat in like 35 minutes, it's a real pain. There, see? So your rub will look different based on what you put in it. You can add or take away. You can throw in as much as you want, but then your flavors probably get a little overwhelming. I learned well from the great chef Alan Yankovic that you should use aluminum foil with everything. And if you're concerned about the Illuminati, it helps you too. Aluminum foil! And it fits! Perfect. So here's what I'm going to do. So that part's done. I got 4 minutes left on this battery. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy if you don't already think I'm crazy. I'm gonna take this pork. That I cut myself at work and kept under refrigeration. And in order to get all the spices to activate and get all nice and happy with the pork, I'm gonna leave it right there for a few hours. And I know you guys are thinking, my God, that's crazy. You're gonna kill yourself and your family. I'm not. If this was out for a day and a half and it was covered in God knows what, then yes. But this is under a controlled environment. I will probably put another sheet of aluminum foil on it so any uninvited guests won't get on it. And then it's gonna go. I haven't decided yet whether it's gonna be oven or barbecue because it is hot outside. And I may just be able to throw it under the barbecue without heat. So, as my water. So the ribs have been in the oven at 200 degrees for about an hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to take them out now and then decide whether I'm going to cut it now, throw it on the barbecue and grill them like pork chops, or just leave it like solid mass. So we'll take a look. Oh, this smells awesome, and it spilled. It was a new shirt. So having it in the oven for a couple hours at 200 degrees doesn't really cook it. It doesn't cook it at all. But what it does is it's going to allow all the flavors mix in. Like if I had set this rub for a couple days ago, it'd be much further along. So what I'm going to cut this in 2 rib pieces. So one of the good things about cooking at a lower temperature is the way that the muscle fibers react. It doesn't break down as much. So when this goes on the grill, yummy, 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 you want ribs in your belly? I assure you this part is done. Look at how the graining is. It looks more like ham than roast. That's because of the low temperature. The collagen doesn't dissolve. It's good, guys. If you lived in an apartment, you could finish this in the oven. Just crank it up to 500 degrees and put it in 10 minutes, flip it, do it again, and you're probably done. I've got a barbecue, so I'm going to go out there and do it. You can see my weight loss right here. Project 180 is working, guys. Come with me. One of the big things to remember is that you have a full tank of propane on the barbecue, and I didn't do that, so I had to switch tanks. It's slowly going. So here's what we're gonna do. Heat's over here. It's only 250 degrees right now. This is the cool side. Starting out, I'm gonna put it on the hot side. I'm going to cook it this way rather than on the side like you would a pork chop, because the thickness is consistent. And you know what? This one's mine. So I'm going to leave that in there as is, timer set for 12 minutes. And I'll come in, I'll flip it, I'll put it on the cool side, 10 minutes later, we should have dinner. Okay, we're almost done. The ribs are off the barbecue. I did something really amazing. Take a look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but someone's probably done this before, but this is the first time I've tried it. I took the juice that was in the pan that the pork was in the oven, and I added some chicken broth. And I made a roux. I made a dry roux. What I did is I took the butter, threw some flour on it, mixed it without melting it. And look at how awesome that looks. Look at that. Now, it's very salty. I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna do the dry roux, and because I don't know if anyone's ever done it before, and share it with you guys. Experiment in your kitchen, okay? Get your ass back in your kitchen. Cook your own food, it's healthier for you. Drink more water. So, here's what we got. 2 hours in the oven at 200 degrees. And unfortunately, I was only able to get my barbecue up to 250 degrees. But this looks pretty freaking awesome. Look at this, guys. Can you see that? Get closer. Do that. Look at that. Where's the camera? There we go. Look at how awesome that looks. Now you tell me, would you rather go to Ribfest and get your side ribs for $25? Or would you rather make this at home for less, using flavors you love, and have a meal that's going to be a bang out of the park? This would be an awesome Father's Day dinner. It's not Father's Day, it's tomorrow. So guys, proof is in the pudding, right? Let's try a piece. The gravy's a little much on its own. It's a little on the salty side. But look at that, guys. Look, that is awesome. That is the money shot. There's some of the gravy in there. Cheers to ya. The gravy is salty. A little bit more broth in it just to dilute it. The pork is nice and tender. It's awesome. It's beautiful. You have to try this. This is incredible. And for less than one rib meal at a restaurant, you can feed, well, technically I have 8 pieces here, so you can feed 8 people. Have some rice, some corn, some steamed vegetables, whatever you like. Cook what you like. Flavors you like. And if you look at a recipe and you don't like coriander, don't put coriander in it. Don't be foolish about stuff like that. Just, unless you're baking, recipes are a guide. And you can change it if you want. Like I did here. I didn't have cumin and hurt my feelings a little. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I, of course, am Larry the Butcher. I survived the 2016 Buffalo Marathon. Don't forget to like this episode. Comment down below. Do you do country style ribs? Do they look like that? Give me your recipe. Let's get a conversation going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, share this on all your favorite social media, and like I say, get your ass back in the kitchen, because if I can do this, you can too. We'll see you later.